Communication is defined as the act of transferring information about our experiences to another person, place, or groups of people. So when we think of communication, we immediately think of words. But as important as they are, and they really are, words comprise only 7% of our communication. Did you know that? This is a famous study, and one was done by Albert Merhabian in 1967. It's been a while. And another important source and study named Kinesics and Communication was done by Ray Birdswhistle from the University of Pennsylvania, which also concluded that words comprise only 7% of our communication. So what's the rest? So Birdswhistle said something even more, that the 7% is all we have to communicate person to person using words. And yet those 7% are vitally important. My point being that communication entails far more than just words, and is substantially more complex. It relates to how a verbal message is received in the presence of other factors, like what? Tone of voice, speed of speech, loudness of voice, physiology of the whole body or parts of body like hands, head tilt, other personal movements, and other factors. Here is a scenario. If a Martian comes down and asks you to explain to them what's an orange, you can say something like, an orange is the fruit of a citrus species in the family Rutaceae, and the orange is a hybrid possibility between pomelo and mandarin, cultivated since ancient times. All right. What is a citrus, the Martian may ask you, right? And unperturbed, you continue. Citrus is believed to have originated in the part of Southeast Asia, bordered by northeastern India, or Burma and the Yunnan province of China. And citrus fruit has been cultivated, and you keep going and keep going and keep going, right? And then you can talk about other types of citrus like lemons and grapefruit, and on and on and on you go. But would the Martian know what an orange is? Probably not, because they will have no experience of the sweet and sour taste, orange-colored round fruit, or the smell of the orange peel. Of course, words are used for more than just labeling experience. Let's be truthful. They helped us to create abstract concepts, mathematical, geometrical, physical concepts. So NLP can be very helpful because it proposes that an internal representation of an experience which we hold in our heads, which is the content of our thinking, including the 5 senses as in pictures, sounds, feelings, smells, tastes, plus our internal dialogue, there are as many meanings associated to words as people. By discovering how the internal representation is constructed for you, how you do the thinking inside your head, you can change those things they don't work well. It also becomes easier to really understand what the other person is actually trying to convey without guessing, mind reading, or bias. NLP shows us that when we presuppose that everyone has the same evaluation as we do, we get ourselves in trouble. The result? Miscommunication, even arguments, hurt feelings, false conclusions. So NLP takes a very different and far more empowering approach. Also in sharing the simple steps of creating rapport, which is the process of creating trust and cooperation between people based on their communication. If Mehrabian was correct, and NLP would believe he was, rapport is built on communication, especially non-verbal, and not the other way around. Every human being has one sense which drives their communication style. In NLP, we call this their preferred representational system. Some people are more visual, some people are more feelings, more touchy-feely, yeah? Or more auditory, the sense of hearing. Or people talk to themselves a lot. There are people who totally talk to themselves all the time. And not everybody does it the same way. So NLP shows us also how to become masterful communicators by learning how to address each person according to their preferred modality. Because, see, visual people are attracted to messages that use visual images. and emphasize the visual aspect of a product or a service. A person that's primary auditory representational system will respond to the tonality and quality of the sounds that they enjoy most. If you speak too slowly or too quickly, if your words are too visual or too abstract or too feelings oriented, they will tune out. They fall, they'll not hear your message. In NLP, we also learned that people who prefer representational system as kinesthetic tend to speak quite slowly and prefer messages that are delivered in a slower and more relaxed style. They will become quickly absent-minded or not able to understand you if you present too many pictures, sounds, or abstract ideas. Now, auditory digital people, on the other hand, think and speak in abstract ideas, and they are attracted to abstract thoughts. They are comparing your words, that's what they're doing in their heads, with the words and ideas and concepts in their own head together with other people to see if they make sense or not based on other people's experience, based on their own experience. So all of that goes on in people's minds. So in this respect, NLP helps us to organize the words, to put them in the right place with the right person, to navigate from big picture to small details, to put those words in the predicates, meaning in the one of the senses that fits the person you are talking to. How to use those words in creating stories that change a person's state, resolve problems, allow out-of-the-box thinking. How to enhance the ability to be a problem solver, yes, which is a step-by-step technique. How to be able to think on multiple tracks simultaneously rather than sequentially and linearly one by one, which, by the way, saves a great amount of time and effort. The understanding and application of this complex set of aspects is why good communication skills are considered so desirable by employers, by leaders, by presenters, by business people around the world, because it's accurate, effective, unambiguous communication, and it's extremely hard without training. And these are only a few ways by which NLP can assist us all to not only communicate in such a way that we are understood, but also how to understand others without prejudice, without preconceived ideas, without dogma. And all of that is possible.